March 22nd, 2016 meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Brew? Here. Ms. Cayley? Here. Mr. Rocco? Here. Mr. Wilcox? Here. Chairman Zale?
Here. Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who has not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes. You have the February 23rd, 2016 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Referral 16-0122, authorize.
We have motion moved by Legislator Brew, second by Legislator Rocco. Any discussion? Yes, Legislator Cayley.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to the administration. Is this type of agreement something that we have engaged in prior to this?
Through the chair. No, we don't currently have any other agreements like this with IS.
Thank you. And then through the chair, is there a rate that's been set?
Through the chair, the rate is to be negotiated, and we will be ensuring that the county's costs will be covered.
Okay, thank you. And is there, through the chair, is there a length to this agreement?
That also, through the chair, is an item, the term is to be negotiated.
Thank you. Then, through the chair, this is unusual. I'm just going to say, for me, this is unusual because it's part of a business that I am in, and what I question, and I will get to a couple questions, is that it appears that the Village of Webster doesn't have someone to handle this. Am I right, through the chair?
Through the chair, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part of your question. I apologize. Could you repeat yourself?
It appears that Webster does not have someone capable, the village does not have someone capable or trained at this level of support.
No, through the chair, they did. They called the county at the end of 2015 and indicated that they had lost the person that was providing those services to them, and asked that this county would be willing to discuss having RIS provide some services for them.
Okay, thank you. And then, through the chair, that would lead me to think that they were looking at this as more of a long-term solution rather than a temporary bridge to hire someone at the village level.
Through the chair, at the risk of speaking on behalf of the town, who probably would have a better answer, I believe that's correct.
Thank you. And then through the chair, do you expect that this would be offered to other entities in the future?
Through the chair, I stand correct. It was the village, but
the village.
I'm sorry.
I know,
The
I'm
question.
Doing the same thing.
Yes. Could you repeat the question, please?
Is it expected that this might catch on through the chair, and Monroe County then becomes a second-tier maintenance solution provider for IT and other towns and villages within Monroe County?
Through the chair, we have no expectation of this would lead to something in the future, but we would be willing to investigate those on a case-by-case basis.
Thank you. And then additionally, and probably everyone thought this was going to be an easy one and I wouldn't ask any questions, but through the chair, what does the county have in light of these negotiations with the issue of errors and omissions, the errors that could possibly happen for those that don't know what that is, insurance and liability, what is that to the county in regards to this agreement, through the chair?
Through the chair, as part of the intermunicipal agreement, when it's executed, it would include language that would hold the county harmless.
Thank you. I will be honest. I'm not going to say that I approve this evening. I would reserve privilege to vote for it at a later date. I realize it can pass today without my thought whatsoever, but I'm not being in the business of maintenance and computer support and hardware support and the whole thing without the county actually having thought of this prior to being approached by the village. I'm not comfortable with this. So at this point, as I said, I reserve the right to change my mind, but I won't be voting in the affirmative for this.
If I may, through the chair, it is possible that prior to Ledge that we'll have more information that we can share with you with respect to the agreement, and if that's the case, we'll reach out to you and, as we've done in the past, arrange a time that we can sit down and talk about that.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Any other questions? Okay, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
Motion carries, item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? There being no other matters, the March 23rd, 2016 meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee will be held Tuesday, April 26, 2016 at 5 p.m.